It's time for a highlight question of the week, Bishop's Corner, which comes on the air at 4:30 this afternoon. And he has handpicked this question from today's show that is kind of the standout, one of the highlights. Of course, so many of them are, but here it is for this week.
Margaret from Toledo.
Thank you, Margaret.
Can you give an update on when renovations will begin at our beautiful Rosary Cathedral? Last I heard, assessments and estimates were being gathered. What all will be done and in what order?
Margaret, thank you so much for writing. And I know I have said a lot of things about what is going to happen before. And as you know, words are important because I am a wordsmith. So, Margaret, I just want to correct one of your words because you use the word renovation, but we're using the word restoration. So even from the time of our beginning of the Living Christ Capital campaign, we use the word restoration. Now, there'll be other things that are going to be done, and I'll mention those. But in a nutshell, Margaret, three major things. So that is restoration of the cathedral, putting of air conditioning into the cathedral, and the adding of the luminous mysteries of the Rosary to the cathedral, which everybody knows, Pat, that I've wanted to do since I think I mentioned it in my first homily of my installation, actually. So very, very exciting. Keep your eye peeled, Margaret, because there'll be some public statements about what we're doing. And you also know, I have been very public about this, that I have I've talked to, spoken with, and asked the council of all of the consultative bodies of the diocese. So presbyteral council, diaconal council, diocesan pastoral council, all of these folks. And a principle of the restoration will be that the Blessed Sacrament tabernacle will be restored to under the baldacchino, the baptismal font restored to the baptistry, and the cathedra, the seat of the bishop, restored to its original place. So those are the three original movements, which will then lead to some other restorations as we move forward. That's very important. And of course, I have to share with you now the exciting news that we just recently reviewed and fundamentally made the final recommendations for the depictions of the luminous mysteries, which will go in the 5 vaults, which are undecorated in the narthex, the vestibule of our cathedral. Very, very exciting. And we'll be making public announcements and even have a press event in that regard. So very exciting. Stay tuned, and thanks for the interest.
Oh, yeah.
And all of this thanks to the generosity of people in the Living Christ campaign. And I can't thank our dear folks enough. And in fact, the luminous mysteries, the result of one major gift given by the foundation of one family, which will cover the cost of the entire adding of the luminous mysteries. And if I can say one more thing,
sure,
Pat.
You've got time.
One bishop asked me recently, because I told him we were going to do this, and you know what he asked me, Margaret? He said, how in the world do you make Rosary Cathedral in Toledo even more beautiful? And I said, thank you for that compliment, because it is. Yeah. But this, please God, will complete the mysteries as given us by John Paul, and it actually will add beauty to an already extraordinarily beautiful cathedral.